Let's make a movement. 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 Let's make a movement.
That'll go better with a microphone, won't it? Evening all, how are we doing? Stay. Star, Skymlord, Matt, how are we all doing? Ugh. Camera to focus a little bit. So, back into the Outer Worlds again. Well, that reminds me, I was going to do a thing quickly, wasn't I? Trying to figure this Instagram thing out. I've been trying for a while, it's not going that well. Yeah, no, not my face. Please, not my face. Yeah, that one. Don't like that, no. Pretty awful. How fast can I type on my phone? Not nearly fast enough. Apparently. Okay. Like that? Yeah, that's how it works. I think. That's how it works. Wonderful. Got it figured out. The coffee is good and strong. Definitely good. Life without coffee would be a terrible thing. Enjoying the new, well, not exactly new look, but festive look. Thought it'd be a bit of fun. I was considering putting a Christmas tree back here somewhere. Can you see where I'm pointing? Yes, you can. But I'd have to faff around with the camera, which is not a big problem. Bigger problem is there's not that much room behind me. Looks like there's more than there really is there, but yeah. I'd probably have to like not set up the bottom half of the tree and not set up the back of the tree either, and just have like the top front quarter of it, or third maybe, with a pinch, in the corner, which would be kind of a nightmare to manoeuvre around as well. And there's a light over the shoulder as well, so that would be kind of terrible to manage as well. But I'm sure we'll get it figured out. So, alarming Santa hat and lots of tinsel it is for now. We've got to go festive. Now, where on earth? There's my icon. By some miracle, despite the fact it's been a little while since I've actually played, there doesn't seem to be an update for the game. Well, at least not one that I need to download anyway. So, there's a bonus. I actually had the forethought to check this time. Thinking tomorrow we'll jump into Fallout, take a look at the new stuff. Seeing as most of it launches tomorrow rather than actually on patch day. I thought that'd be the way to go. But I want... don't I? Oh. Oh, it's on that one. Okay, fair enough. We'll get there eventually. Right. Trying to remember how this works now. Could be in the right game. Looks fairly promising. Yes, it is fairly promising. I don't think there'll be a right lot I need to do in terms of setup. I think we did that at the end of last time, from what I vaguely remember. Feel the extra thickness of the hat on the back of my head. I'll get used to it. Right, so don't worry about that right now, which is heading down to Byzantium for Phineas. We'll do that in a bit. We've got a science weapon on Scylla to go and acquire, which I think is what we're going to do, or one of the things. Captain Iron for one of the doctors on Groundbreaker, apparently. Has gone missing somewhere in the region of Scylla, so we need to go and find him for a side quest. Sublight wants to go and do something separate on an asteroid somewhere else, I think. No, a space station. And then we've got somewhere near Edgewater, which we can do that in a bit. Head to Byzantium for Varti, apparently. And Scylla for Max. So let's start with the Ice Palace for Sublight. Now I kind of get myself vaguely familiar. So, rock and roll time. Ooh, feels very, very quick. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Okay, I'm already there, aren't I? That's cool. Added bonus. So we just need to crack on then. I need to try and remember the controls. See how long that takes. So, definitely want Ellie and Sam. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So we had a lot of Naoka on Monarch. Had a lot of Ellie as well, to be fair, but not too bothered about anybody else. Love the little zesty lemon for icon for Sam's companion ability. So, what's the general gist of this? Lead on some valuable salvage, an abandoned space station gave the override bypass, which should stake her claim on HRS 1084 as a rightful property of Sublight Salvage. The override cartridge will hand over control of the system, Sublight legitimizing her claim. Okay. Why do I get the feeling it's not going to be that simple? Have this gun out.
Think there's a generator somewhere?
Plan? Good access, but there's no power. As soon as I turn the power on, I'm going to have to hope my cloak will disguise me. Holographic cloak. Yeah, at least fun. Looks like everything's down. There, if it's sparkling like that, I'm fairly sure. Sam's quite entertaining as well, so that should be worthwhile. So, shipping label, 1 case of UDL concussive mines, signed by Security Chief Ida Kimball. Contents may have shifted during transit, warranties void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling or destroying mines is a fireable offence. It's also probably an explosive offence. Mines are not company authorised decoration, pet or sporting equipment. Mines not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully stand, sit or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognises that you have chosen any... UDL recognises you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Quality and safety not guaranteed for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Good to be back. Guessing all of the doors are locked. Yeah, until I find the way to turn the power on. Think through here though.
Entering quiet mode.
Yeah. About that, Sam. So that's the door. Terminal still seems to be working. Surprised by that. Oh, apparently I don't need to pick that. It says I do, but I can also see what's in it before I pick it. Okay. Bit of change from the last patch. Key card, that's got to be worth having. Okay, what we got here then? So, Universal Defence Logistics would like to remind employees that there's no way responsible for the highly unfortunate but realistically probable case of loss of life in its facilities. Unable to access memory cartridge, terminal power below 5%, rather. Terminal maintenance mode, restore power supply to restore operations. That's not really surprising, I suppose. Yeah, if I do another one, we'll see how I feel. It'll probably happen eventually, I suppose. I'll probably go with being way more corporate than I am on this one. In all likelihood. Okay, so that's bust. Go for like, basically I can't think of how to put this. Very corporate focused, kind of problem solving type. Or what the corporations would view as problem solving. Yeah. Somebody's not playing ball with the corporations, you shoot them in the head. Alright, otherwise, persuade them to do what they'd want. So, go this way, or we can go the other way. Well, we're in now. Do I have... No, I don't have anything particularly ideal for busting mines with, so... Was apparently close enough to actually hurt me. That's suboptimal. Kind of wondering what UDL was doing on this particular space station. Nothing good, I'm sure. Yeah, I thought rather than trying to run three games at once with Jedi Fallen Order as well, it was a bit much, so trying to keep track of what was going on in all three at once was a bit kind of overwhelming, to be honest. So I thought we'll finish that one off and then jump back to this one, and here we are. Forward to exploring this a little further. So, somewhat not good generator. Dumb and evil seems like well, it's a non-stereotypical combination. So we've got a terminal there that probably turns stuff back on. That looks like a generator in there. So I'm going to go and have a look the other way first. Access thing will kick in. Oh, maybe not. Let's these out from as far away as humanly possible. Fire enough, slightly deafen me, but didn't do any real damage. Good when you can lure enemies onto mines, but get in there. They're labs, and they're clearly up to no good again from the look of it. When did corporations ever get up to anything positive? Him anyway. Yeah, I have to admit, I am curious about the dumb dialogue options, but at the same time, pretty much makes it a third playthrough for me, I think. We'll see. I want to do something completely different for the next game we play, I think. Aside from Fallout. You'd think I'd remember that more easily. So, modify generator mode normal. Okay. Good. Maintenance logs. Facility status reports. Critical issues. Toilet in the maintenance barracks doesn't flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Ooh. Sounds rough. Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate alta vitae gas leaking from storage tanks, toxic to humans. And that's not a critical issue? Has been override priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilise the alta vitae gas storage room. Because management don't go in there, it's not critical. Sensors detect that new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Work order, repair toilets. Work order already exists. Existing work order opened 991 days ago and was last accessed then. But apparently.
Captain, I've
Oh,
been
hello.
attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
Probably not Mario Kart, no. Although Nintendo aren't quite as evil on their monetization issues as they used to be, I'm still not inclined to forgive them for many years of being a dick, basically. I doubt I'll be playing any Nintendo games ever, to be honest. Priorities pairing communications, so what's happening then?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station.
Oh
They are
dear.
patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, they know I was clearly on Monarch then. Yeah, let's try denial.
I think not. The refueling system at Cascadia's landing pad logged your ship ID.
Where we nicked a load of alta
You've
vitae
been
gas
moving your
for
nose into
sublight.
restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they were. They're basically, up until, what, end of last year, beginning of this one or the other, had a policy wherein anybody who wanted to monetize videos on Nintendo games had to be part of their network, i.e. giving a significant portion of the money back to Nintendo again. And if you weren't, they basically demonetized you. They were quite unpleasant about how they went about it. And they've changed their policy on this, apparently, but too little too late, in my opinion. You know, she's not happy about the fact I was poking around on Monarch then. Bribe, intimidate, won't take me alive. You're about to make an enemy of submarine. You don't want to do that. I like the lie option, but it's not going to work, unfortunately. But yeah, I've kind of got possibility of playing The Witcher in the back of my head. The original one. I've got them all, to be fair. But I've only played a bit. Well, I've played about half of the original one, I think. But it'd be fun to pick that up and do something very different. It's just about every game I've been playing, with the exception of Star Wars recently. It's been shooting based, so it'd be nice to do something different. So let's try and intimidate her.
Sublight? Ah, I hate it when you outlaws organize. The paperwork for killing you would be the death of me.
Now I feel bad, want to fight me anyway off the record. That's actually kind of tempting. Not a fan of the corporate types. She's clearly into the corporate thing. And, well, though she's trying to avoid paperwork, so... I might have some good stuff on them. So she wants to fight me anyway.
That's kind of you to ask, but we have a tight schedule. It's open season on trespassers. Squad, I'm ordering a recall. There's a misspelling on orders that ought to be corrected. On the double.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've never
exactly.
been great at de-escalation.
Requires board ID, which I don't actually have, so I could get into trouble apart from the fact that I've just made them run away. Yeah, it was a very unfriendly policy. Technically perfectly legitimate and all above board, and they're quite within their rights to do it. But so's everybody else, and they don't, so what makes Nintendo so damn special? Right, okay. Bots are up and about again now.
Muting volume now.
Got that one. Oh yeah, I forgot to put this suppressor on here, didn't I?
And ready to kill good.
Can't remember what the companion buttons are. Oh, F and Q, okay. Well, they weren't, but I changed them to that because the original ones were a nightmare to hit, if I remember rightly. That went quite well. This Sam's acid spray will be quite effective at busting through their armour, so... Yeah, I've heard good things about God of War as well, so... that would be fun to do. I've not actually picked up, but... I think I might have to play at some point, but I've never played a God of War game, so it seems a bit weird jumping in at the last one just because it's got a great rep. So, encode keycard, we'll do that while we're here, since we acquired one. Checkpoint Alpha. Messages. From redacted, subject closing down. Security station all, subject closing down. Transport vessel has been dispatched. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. Okay, that was not particularly informative. Guthrie J. James has gone and he never said goodbye. I kept telling myself he wanted me to remember him as he was outside the tank, or maybe it was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. He could have said something, we're never short on time. Things keep me here now, the bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer, I get the impression I'm not the only one. Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, so if anything happened to her, password was her daughter's name. I hope it never comes to that. So when you find out what Kimball's daughter's name was, that was not the right button, it's tab on this one, isn't it? I'm inclined to agree with that one, Skyrim Lord. Both two types of games I very much enjoy, so far and fantasy. Got a lot of sci-fi recently, so fantasy would probably be a good contrast as well. Works well, God of War working well, 7 alive. That's pretty cool. Hey, some scientist office. Peroxide. Oh, something being effective enough. Oh, so security chief's office apparently. Conducted subject to your concerns. From Kimball from the look at it, yeah. Of course, morale is low. You gave those PhD tanks of nucleane scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? You can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. From redacted. You also reach out. I'm doing so. Something missed with the team. How's the morale? Okay. Bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. Well, the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses. The soldier squinted down at the sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband. But she would have to stay locked in the tower till the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, Princess applied for a dismissal, but no one listened. The end. Angelica, there we go. Love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Beans. Well, I can't hack it at the moment. I might be able to, but we'll keep with shooting them for now. Yeah, some games you really do need to know what came before, but it's kind of cool that when you don't,
Watch your step.
perhaps a little surprising. Not with controller and keycard. Sure, that helmet won't be of any use to me from what I remember. A security containment checkpoint beta. Security routines. Engage checkpoint security. Electrofloor is online. Okay, we'll disengage that. Seems like a good plan. Personnel files. Log Bomber Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs have been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she won't believe me. She's preparing for war. She acts like she knows something the rest of us don't, especially uncomfortable around the docks. Okay. Yeah, things tend to get busy around this time of year. Okay, so that's the Electrofloor that I'm very glad I've shelf. I'm very glad it wasn't on when I walked through and didn't even notice. So whatever we need to look at's in there. Bunks from the look of it. Not complaining about the ammo, but it's slightly alarming that everybody seems to have ammunition in their bedrooms. Sounds like they're experimenting on people, which is never a good sign, but blame the body in the jar. Actually happens. Loads of stuff to get rid of. Few bits to keep. In it.
Purify.
Damn, it's quite effective, isn't it?
Now clean this up, right?
Nothing like large numbers of electric bullets to overload a robot. Refined bullets, perhaps. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Heck are these corporations doing in their unsupervised colony on the edge of the galaxy? Place I need to get to is up there somewhere. Subject, Dr. James Guthrie. Status, alive, extremely unstable condition. He's alive! Status setting active. Subject will need extensive nuclear for any chance of viable extraction. Sorry it ended up like this, James. We'll come back for you. Come back for you all and fix this. I swear on it. So there's an experimental one of the scientists who is apparently still alive in suspension here. If we let him out, he'll die very, very quickly. Been messing with his DNA from the sound of it. Yeah, it does sound a bit like they're making super mutants, doesn't it? Definite FEV vibe about it. The chief's office. Back to the main room. Okay. Get our loot goblin on. This must be the chief scientist's office, I'm guessing. But I don't have the ability right now. I'm sure I can gain the ability though. Skills, text stealth skills. So, can we get in here now? No, it requires 100. Okay, fair enough. This might get me in there, though. So, each outend 1,217 days since last login. This place has been floating unoccupied for a while. Batalucas, yeah. Does look a bit like that. Makes a change from the usual green, though, I suppose. So, security regimes. Modify system access protocols. Hack to unlock personal quarters. Admin location Byzantium. Username, whatever that is. Insert override cartridge. Nice. So, Sublight now has control of the place. Privileges completed. Transfer of administrative privileges successfully completed. Crikey, those are a lot of long words. Admin location Groundbreaker. Admin username SLBoss A51. Automated confirmation. Standing the legal property of Sublight, salvage and shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight and collect your cut. Nice. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group. Letters and numbers. Purpose. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Still not sounding any better. Further chimeric sciences via targeted modification of human nucleons using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. So they're crossbreeding people with raptidons. Saying about super mutants? Almost finished Christmas shopping. Yeah, I really need to make a start on that. Not that I have a long list or anything, so it's not so bad. Morale. It's come to my attention the culture of distrust has soured relations between the station's research staff and security personnel. Many of you submitted requests for early dismissal. With research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. So for security personnel, there'll be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. You'll enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in Halcyon colony has been answered. In the meantime, get back to work.
It's done.
Usual shut up and do as you're told approach. Wonderful. So 3 priority entries found from E-Chartrand. Charlie. Almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. Told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what went wrong. This does not sound like it's going to be a good thing. It sounds like more people are locked up on ice somewhere. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. Checking on me every hour since. I had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. I'm reaching out to my handler directly tomorrow and need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphonic music from under his door. Log has been entered by Dr. Fowle. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedative to knock out a primal. Yesterday, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all of our sacrifices, it feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from the station will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted a recall notice. We're just awaiting our transport. I wish we could take some more time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Found comm transmit. Anyone listening on the frequency? Who is this? Project leader 1084. I want to station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until mission end state is achieved. Executive override password. Password antediluvian. Ooh. Same one from Monarch. Yeah, I don't see it ending well either. What can we do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? Can't provide updated status at this time. The assault cruiser should have arrived at Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimeral Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? 1094, misuse this channel is a fireable offence, as is abusing your executive override, save in case of emergency. Damn it, this is an emergency. Transmission cut off. And her executive override was revoked. Okay. So, we've given control to Sublight, who now have control over some seriously dodgy looking experiments. Haven't been able to unlock that yet. Is there anything in here that will allow me to? Oh yeah. Hack the type of skills. Hack skills are stealth. Okay. See if I can hack it now. Yes. Wonderful. So I can get in there now. On. Just in case there's something alarming in here. So there's a Project Lead's bedroom, considerably larger. Ooh, even with a nice view. Interesting out of this. Things to sell, but nothing particularly interesting in that. That should be everything we really need to do here, but I want to find out what on earth's going on with putting people on ice. This. Holding tank number 1, Dr. Charles McNulty, status alive, unstable condition. Not be revised until a method for stabilizing his condition has been found. So, a holding tank?
Those subjects, they're still alive.
Yes, I gathered. Oh, I see, they're up there. Very not pleasant. Can't do anything about it. That would appear to be everything we do. They've been combining human DNA with Raptidon DNA, experimenting on their own scientists because they can't get anybody else. Which is unusually nice for them. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. I think it's on a par with their FEV experiment. And, yeah. When they were down to the last 2 scientists, decided to... Yale decided to pull the plug, which meant just leaving the experimental subjects in suspended animation in here. Lovely. Nothing we can do about it apart from allow Sublight to get their hands on them. I don't think it'd do. Might be to shoot them, but doesn't appear to be an option either. But we can head back to Groundbreaker and get the cash. Yeah. If only. Fun times.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise.
Yeah, surprise indeed. Right then. Back to Groundbreaker, I guess. Go and
Captain,
turn this
I
in.
wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Right. Quite glad to have been successful on that myself. Although shooting them up would have been fun as well.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
That's cool. Oh, speaking of cool, hope you like the thumbnail, by the way. I think I could fast travel, I'm not sure I remember how. I like that, that was easy. Do a bit of selling in a minute. Right then, creepy crazy lady, you've done your task. Yeah, certainly wouldn't be dull, would it? Not quite a pirate ship, but kind of. Like a nice one.
Finally, a base of our own.
Ah,
Soon
that's
we'll
what they
have
want it
eyes
for.
on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
that doesn't rely on Groundbreaker. Also find some automatic salvage awaiting new owners. The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Well, I should be very happy if I tell her about the salvage, but I think telling her about the scientists is probably good as well.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside
go.
from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
You have no surprises? Tempting, but UDL gunship buzzed the station. I like the look at that.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business.
Yeah, well, I
You might
thought
have
as
figured
much.
that out already.
Rare gas in a lab that tested it on people. Can't have been a coincidence. So basically she wants to try and continue these experiments herself then, presumably.
You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Truth about the human tailbone. You had my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain.
Welcome back, dear.
Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Because they're experimenting on humans with finding their DNA with raptidons. Guessing you have an idea. No point in
Before we go
antagonizing
any
her.
further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Probably not. I can do that, depends what we're talking about. This had better be good. I'm liking the third option now.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
By aliens, I assume she means sentient ones as opposed to, you know, raptidons and the like. Mutated alien wildlife, anyway. Put a stop to it. I'm kind of curious where this is actually going to go. Aliens? Aliens. Yeah, I'm going to go with really, I think.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
I'm listening.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
The crew is skeptical.
I'm
That's
with her.
good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
It's not particularly far-fetched, no. But on the other hand, we've seen absolutely zero evidence to date of anything even remotely resembling intelligent alien life. So, let's get to the part where I get paid. I don't care what hallucinogens are. It's completely insane. I have a few questions, yeah.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
Okay, what kind of aliens are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced.
Assume she means they're bored.
This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Dress up like so I could do crimes, not save humanity. The little green bastards must pay. So far, all I've seen is some extremely questionable experiments by some very amoral corporations. Not any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one
Likes her
possible
spreadsheets.
conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
I'm not an alien spy. Let's not go with that. I could see that resulting in me get shot. Don't know what to make of this. Tell me what needs to be done. Okay, let's see where this goes. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Well, I don't know that she sold out her species to aliens. I do know that she has been experimenting relatively willingly on humans and combining their DNA with monsters. So, probably got a bullet coming. Yeah, not on this playthrough, but on another one maybe. Must well take job. Murder isn't covered under my contractor employment agreement. Why does she need to die? I need to think about this. Murder isn't covered. See if I get more money for this.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future
current
with
affairs.
sunlight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
Don't buy one with the bullet. And then we'll probably all die out anyway, is the implication, I think. But, yep, don't know about this. I don't know about this.
If you don't want the job, just walk away. I'm giving you first dibs because you've seen what's at stake.
Okay, let's take the job for now. We can always change our mind
This
later.
key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Angry eyes. Yeah, it was kind of hard to resist that little green option. Didn't quite fit though, so. Skill points. Can't for the life of me remember what I was actually working on. Persuade I've basically maxed out, I think. I think the Persuade might be the one I was looking at. Out my long guns, haven't I? Yeah. Max out Persuade. And jump over onto the health. Onto the stealth, rather health. Sneak I'm not so bothered about, but I do want to boost it. The other two won't boost if I do that anyway, so I can't. So I can boost. Stealthy for when I want to snipe. The lockpick for now. I'll start boosting that later, I think. Boost that later if I get enough points. But we're on 25, there's only 30 levels anyway, so. Okay, an alien Samuel, which basically means all my companions will have some upgrades. So we'll deal with that back on the ship in a moment. And Ellie. So we got on tier 4 and 5. I don't think I can take. I can't take these. Set ability cooldown on kill. Awful status effect duration down. Damage. Pain is down. They're healed to 25% and they're down. That'd be handy. Second wind. Then I can pop a heal and that'll heal them all as well. Afflicted status duration. Yeah, let's have second wind. That's definitely going to be the way to go, I think. For everybody. But I can't do that for Sam right now. Damage, armor rating, reduce negative reputation for kills. Alright. Ability cooldown on use, increase ability damage. Loads faster, probably not. Kill. Effects, does more damage. Reset ability on kill, I think. Actually, chance to reset it on use as opposed to kill is probably more reliable. Oh, he's got 2. Have that on use, and we'll give him that one. I didn't realise I hadn't upgraded him at all. Nice. So then. You can say it. Don't blame you, it's a tempting option. Right, so let's have a quick go through my inventory, see what I want to keep and what I don't. I definitely don't want to keep that, so... Junk. Got. Don't want that. That. A unique item. Know if anybody will want that. Like it. Have a quick look when we get back to the ship, see if there's anything else that anybody would want on there. But on that, medical stuffs. Ready just to go trade everything in now.
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the...
These are doing corrosion damage. One's a weird mind control ray. And that one's doing electric damage, which is fine.
The worst unless it's Borstwurst.
You looking to shoot targets, varmints, or marauders?
Yeah. No. That would be worth having. What else? And I've got. Could take that, I think. Okay, that's fine. Wrong. There. Hello, Sam. Bored. Right then. So, Great Felix, even though I have zero intention of using him. Point in doing anything other than those are by far and away the best ones. Down a lot, so she'll definitely be happy with that one. Further improvises in the party. Nah, it's not really that worthwhile. Maybe if she gets another perk later, we'll do that, but... and again... Cool. So... Bye. Not either. Well. Tiny. Keep that, don't I? Okay. So, on to Scylla, I think, for numerous quests. Byzantium, so we'll be doing that later. Then Irion is on Scylla somewhere. Knight's weapons on Scylla. And Vicar Max wants to be on Scylla as well. Okay. So Scylla, which is, from what I understand, did a little checking earlier. Basically, just a side quest location.
Destination reached. Scylla.
You got a
Side
second?
quest location. Yeah, what do you want, you weird
I
guy?
can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Oh, he was interested in Graham Bryant on Monarch, wasn't he? We left him behind, so we never really found out much about that. What are you talking about? Is a good way to go, I think.
Graham Bryant, if that is his real name. I can't trust a word that came out of his mouth. At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better.
Still might.
But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Not going to be transforming it at all on account of him being dead. Role models, you're just asking to be lied to. Sorry for what he did. He's a piece of trash. He's dead now, so it doesn't matter. He was sorry for what he did.
Nah, he was sorry for getting found out. Graham never cared about anybody
Or
but
that.
himself. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Doesn't want to kill those people. He allowed it to happen.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key, or looking the other way, or keeping your mouth shut when you ought to speak up. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Look, he grew up a bit in a hurry. Don't imagine it'll pervade the rest of his personality. So, I need Vicar Max with me, and I want to try out Sam a bit more. So, I think Ellie's going to have to come out for a bit. I'll take the Vicar with us, which could be interesting. He needs an upgrade. I don't think he will, but... $335. Doesn't, so I've got quite a few things to flog then. Okay, so the asteroid Scylla, just looking.
If I were a
pretty
hermit,
cool.
I'd choose to live on a desolate rock orbiting the middle of nowhere.
Let's get fresh.
Getting flashbacks to Fisto again. Very cool looking planet.
Entering quiet mode.
Need a picture of that. Good. Nice. Very cool. Force field kind of shimmering around the edge there that's keeping the air in. It's quite a small map from what I understand this location. I think have our HUD back for a bit. I'll have to take it off again in a minute because there's a couple more shots I think I want to get there as well, but for now. Being as I don't know what's out here. I think I'd have discovered the landing pad when I was up top, but... There. Little thing, don't I? Go. Yeah. Oh. Lock and stealth skills down. 3 armor, that's pretty good. 150. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'm liking the look of this world. It's really cool. That's less cool. Looks for whoever lived there. Ooh, looks like we've got angry robots. Hop! Hop!
Investigating.
Hop! Eee, that was fun. That's quite cool. I kind of want to see if there's a decent shot of a ship to be had from here, but... Really? Doesn't quite do it. It's not quite doing it for me. Something I'd like to pick up, an Enray weapon. I haven't actually found much in that particular vein yet. Pick a quest, shouldn't I? That's out there somewhere. Okay. That way. Go over here and one over this way. So we'll guess we're going to do that one first. Ooh, we've got some angsty guys over there. Trouble. Rats. Lots and lots of space rats. Time freighter. This does look severely abandoned after a mining company who were set up here pulled out. I forget which one it was.
Time to bring the clean.
And get your bludgeoning objects ready.
Ready.
Oh, good. A fight.
Missed me. Well, kind of missed me. Sam's up to, but apparently it's brutally effective, isn't it? Oh, who's shooting me now? Come on, Sam, get him. That was cool. Because I don't even need to be here, I just send my big robot in and deal with the stuff.
Cycle complete.
Robot mine is brutally effective, isn't he? So I don't need to worry about it too much if stuff goes a bit wrong. Harmless now. Outlaws. Funny feeling I'll have to come back here later, but we'll see what happens for now.
I've had quite enough of you!
It wasn't particularly effective, but it's fun. Ooh, physical damage weakness. Taking too much physical damage has made you soft and vulnerable, but I get another perk point. No. Also, I don't think I took any damage at that point. I don't quite know what's going on there, but... There's a fun thing you could do if you're playing like a dumb playthrough in particular. Just accept all of the... You could. Yeah, if you're playing, particularly if you're playing a dumb playthrough, then it'd be fun to accept all of the negative perks you get. The supposed to be called. I assume it's supposed to stretch over the top, but I don't see it doing so. So still left with questions about how we're actually breathing. But maybe it's just deliberately designed to be more visible at the bottom so that you can... little firefly Easter egg there, that's cool. I actually got around to watching the whole of Firefly a few weeks back, mostly because I was playing this and I'd never actually seen it. I'd seen sort of the beginning of the first episode and didn't get on with it very well. I kind of thought, well, we'll push our way through the first episode and see if I like it. And needless to say, I did. So I basically marathoned the whole thing and then went on and watched Serenity as well. Very saleable stuff though, which is cool. All over the place in here. Guessing there's supposed to be a Firefly type. Obviously a big Firefly reference, but I'm guessing it's a ship was once called the Firefly. Oh dear. Yeah, I might have gone away with that. I'm trying to get up on the top, but I don't think it's going to let me. Don't like it. Be low gravity, yeah? Slightly lower gravity, anyway. Bit of floatiness to it. Don't really notice when you're running around, but once you jump, a little bit of floatiness. Ooh. Huh, sublight, eh? We're not hugely surprised. Quickly abandoned and sublight swoop in. Not being particularly helpful, are you? Target.
On my way. Relocating.
Both do it. Nope. Hopefully they'll stay there this time. Good. Any luck? I'm not going to get a decent picture out of that anyway, which is a bit unfortunate, but anyway.
Unit recalled.
Doesn't look like there's much going on here beyond cool area to explore. Bench. A lot of scrap knocking around, which is interesting. Slightly concerned about falling to taking some damage there, but not an issue. Less of an issue. I'm going to check this out. We've got primals, including a mega primal.
Quietly now.
Armor, flesh, weakens mantisaurs, good use armor, including mechanicals, mantisaurs, heavy armor. So I shouldn't really need anything special to take out these guys with.
Sam's on the job.
Yeah. Oh, he's vanished. Damn, get him. Wasn't quite what I had in mind, but I'll take it.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Boom. And it worked. Well, I just knocked him on his backside from the look of it. Got him. I'm liking Sam, I have to admit. Not a big fan of Vicar Max, but I do need him on this planet, so... I'm sure they said something about putting a torch in this game. I'm not seeing one. Around this side, I imagine. Upcoming patch, that particular feature. Captain's log, independent freighter, getaway sticks. I wanted to retire on Groundbreaker, one more job I told myself. Never had any trouble with that Oz until now. Told them what we were hauling, but they shut off comms and opened fire again. They're shooting to wound. It's only a matter of time before this bird falls out of the sky, so I'm setting it down in the hopes we can broker some agreeable terms of surrender. Even if it means my head, at least the crew gets a fighting chance. Can't shake the feeling that they were ready for me. They knew exactly which route to take. What a way to end a career. Guessing that'll be our missing captain. No, but whatever. Another one we took down. There it is. A green light. Okay. Sublight guys.
Move it, trash can.
Rerouting course now.
Not exactly a soft landing when you look at this. There's something weird about this game that I noticed, not straight away, but thought I heard something there. Sort of when I came a bit back to it, it's kind of hard on the eyes at times. Quite sure why. It's not a frame rate thing. Motion blur or anything like that on, is there? things. No. Oh, yeah, there is motion blur, but it's already down. 3D resolution, maybe. Don't know. It's a bit weird. Something looks a little harsh on the eyes. When you move quickly. Bit strange. So, here's somewhere. Oh, there's a ship. Well, there's the outlaw squad.
Hey, out. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
About that, lady.
Heard something.
Come on. That is how you execute a rescue.
Multiple fractures, lacerations, and untreated burns detected. Signs indicative of sudden, violent crash landing.
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
I'm getting
Constipation, hair loss,
American Dad.
fertility due to tight trousers. Recommend stimulant injection.
Hair loss? You take that back.
Yeah, getting distinct American Dad vibes. Possibly something else in there as well. Reduced fertility due to tight trousers. I approve. Disapprove one way or the other. Didn't have much in the way of goodies. They went down quite quickly, which is nice. Assume this is his ship. It's a bit piddly though. Most of them seem to be. Most of the ships we actually encounter are quite small, apart from the massive UDL gunships and unreliable. Okay then.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Somebody else he reminds me of, apart from Stan, could be the same guy doing the voice, possibly. It also reminds me a little bit in his looks of Captain Kirk. I imagine it's entirely deliberate. Although his voice and his face really don't match up. I think it reminds me of. Come back to me. Here we are, I take it. Sure, buddy, what were they after? Yeah, I like the idea of pulling him down a peg or two.
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
There we are, okay, then fair enough, since I've still got the option.
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
Sure did, Wanda. Oh yeah, she's the woman on Groundbreaker.
I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
Quite like this guy, actually. He's fun. And Untaken, you should be thanking me. You're lucky to be alive.
Yes, well, I shan't. Give Wanda my chilliest regards.
What do you think would happen if I do that? Hey, bot, you want to, like, lend me some medical skill? Presumably not. Okay, so. One slightly deranged captain rescued. Hopefully they'll be turning up with those robots before too terribly long. Or that robot. That one. That one. Okay, let's grab that. Look for the science weapon, which is going to be... Yep. Yeah, both will be over here somewhere. So let's take a swing by this massive thing. Nosy around, see if there's any caves or anything interesting out the side while I'm over here. Look like. Mining thing. Save then do it. Tempting.
Unit was unable to complete scheduled sanitization service due to the following reason. Locked door.
Exactly. You're not getting into my room again. If I hadn't caught you last time, you would have burned all of my books.
That doesn't sound good. Not. That went better than I was expecting it to be honest.
We got trouble!
Mega messy! One order of
Splatter to you.
coming up.
Turn! No,
Strong
Max.
survive and the weak perish.
I think he shot it in the ghoulies. I don't know it was effective though. Okay then. UDL Terraformer. Okay. That is some cool third expletive of choice.
This is a monument to man's intelligence and strength.
You name it, Sam cleans it.
I agree. It is definitely a testament to what humanity can do. I mean, look at that thing. Up here. Background and stuff. Very, very cool. Hence why there's plants around the bottom, I suppose. Making some interesting noises. Speaking of interesting noises, I need to come up with some sound effects to put on my stream deck at some point. Come on then, guys. Somebody pick your head around the corner. Oh, you're mechanical. See? Ah, I was hoping for a really cool shot in the air there. Damn, he's effective. Whenever we shoot that thing out of the air, that would have been hilarious fun. If I'd remembered to use a time dilation, I might even have had a chance. But I keep forgetting. Really cool. One's up that way. Not a lot over here, but might be worth having a quick look. Over here.
Initiating experimental protocol. Small talk. So that recent tossball game was sure a nail-biter, eh?
Do not talk to me.
Get out of the way, Sam. There we go.
Gun quiet.
Oh, he's already dead. Well, that went well. That needs working on. Companions definitely need to find a way to not be in your way every time you turn around. That'll do.
Preparing to neutralize.
We survived. Didn't survive the second time, though. It's gone. Now I've got it decently upgraded, which I did last time, if I remember rightly. Considerably more effective. Well worthwhile investment, I think. Died off a little quickly.
This might be tough.
Clean, mean, and ready to kill germs.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Nice. Any survivors? Cannons are useful to have around when things manage to get a bit closer, but... I wonder what happens if I try and walk through this. Probably nothing good, but... Oh, I start dying. I didn't even think I'd be able to walk through it, but...
Detected.
Oh, that was interesting. On the safe side and reload it without the death. So it keeps air in, but doesn't keep people in. Can't be all that solid. I suppose it wouldn't have to be that solid to keep air in.
Mold detected. Mildew detected. Body odor detected. Ear mites detected.
We're getting close to the hermit. I can feel it.
Hermit, okay. But you can feel it's a bit suspicious. Although a bit convenient, really. Take a little run over this direction, see what we've got over this side of town. Going in. Ah, hello, friend.
Entering
Right in the eyeball.
Down they go.
on the job.
Yep.
Their death, our survival.
I go a bit beyond survival and just call it an out-and-out victory, personally. Huh? Yep, level 2. A lot of destroyed ships on this planet. Asteroid. Given it's such a small area. Can't get inside there. Okay. That time I hurt my legs. Lighting's still running on this one. Like it's indicating anything good though, apparently. So, back into town then. Or into town for the first time. Anybody else kicking around, do I? Container over there, but not running all the way over there for the sake of one container.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Concentration! That's not particularly helpful. I am actually hurt, aren't I? Wow. Didn't even realise I was taking that much damage. Oh, well, we're good now.
That's the last of them.
Dunno. Remains of a general store, apparently. Well, we do know the mining company, whose name escapes me now. Hephaestus, was it? We're operating this place. Have since left. Abandoned it, like most other places in the colony, apparently. Several other places, anyway. I'm not surprised to find just robots and outlaws knocking around, and beasties. Thing up there. We're doing science weapon, weren't we? Which is apparently over here. There was top there, okay. Have a look at this, since there doesn't seem to be anything pointing me in this direction. House. Packed up and left in a hurry. Well, didn't pack up, more at the point. Max, rather. 3-letter names. Terribly confusing. Mandibular rearranger. Mandibular rearranger. Okay, there we go. Put it in the right way. Weapon created by an unknown and quite possibly deranged scientist. Exactly how it works and why is a mystery. They've been duplicated. See what that does. Be a one-handed melee option. I'm guessing this is the proverbial ugly stick. Rearranges people and creatures' faces. So I don't imagine it'd be all that useful. Not that the shrink ray is particularly useful either, but...
Watch where you're walking, you glorified broom.
SAM units do not come equipped with sweeper attachments. For supersonic sweeper action, order the add-ons kit 001A.
Just keep out of my way. You stomp on my foot, and I swear I will turn you to junk.
Well,
The
this is quite
captain
nice.
will have to order another SAM unit to clean you up.
Happy chap, isn't he? So, there's something tucked around the back here. I have to get all the way up here to get abandoned mining outpost discovered. On the red line right at the back. Daft. Presumably it's supposed to be in here, but... Load zone. Interesting. Oh, quite a nice place. Bothers about stealing any of that, it's just not worth it. Music as well. And strange hermit. I got a friend would like a chat with you.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
Mad hermit indeed. Here to get the book translated. Who are you? Let's start with who are you? Yeah, here to rob you. What you got? Find out who she is.
Oh, the audacity. Strangers enter my home and demand to know who I am? What fun! Is this a multiple choice question? Because I'm not sure I remember anymore.
No, the ex-con obviously lied to us. This woman is nothing but a buffoon. Yeah, when we were on Monarch, we ran into an ex-con friend of Max's who said that this lady would be able to translate the book for us that he'd wanted to find, and turned out to be in French. Want to rob her, actually. Don't particularly want to call her a buffoon either. But, okay, she wants to be robbed, I suppose.
Not much, but you are free to take whatever you wish. Please leave me a few morsels of food, though. I may not eat a lot, but I still do need to eat.
Liking the little detail on her collar.
I've brought this book for you to translate for me. We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
Facing straight on, or you'd have a camera angle that faced him. That'd make it a bit better. Can move along here, enough talk. Max Bone, come a long way to help Max get some peace. Let's go with that one.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
Yeah, it seemed too easy. Take drugs so you understand the book in French. I'm sure that's going to be highly helpful.
A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
See then. Max just said he's prepared. What happens if you're not prepared?
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way.
I'm getting the feeling she might have tried this herself. Prepared.
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
Quite happy to risk going crazy. Space's choice jingle, because why wouldn't he? I'm committed to taking as many drugs as possible, so count me in as well. Let's go with I'm in. Not convinced, but okay. I think it seems to be the only way forward.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Hey. Ooh. Oh. Meditation or preaching? So I guess we breathe deeply then. Indeed. How we doing, Monkey Puzzle? You alright?
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this?
Mother.
You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
Danger! Harmful vapors can lead to permanent brain damage.
Max will probably be okay. She's right, no, because that's the whole corporate stay in your place, do as you're told thing. We're not in favour of that. But right, the first time, Max, this is all bullshit, don't fall for it. If she's a hallucination, why am I seeing it too? That is a fair question.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside.
I can imagine she was quite into it.
Danger! Harmful vapors can lead to...
Nia could probably be down for it. She usually is any kind of drinking or anything like that. Ellie might be entertaining as well. Wait, let's hear it out. Okay, Vision Mum, how are giving us answers instead of hollow platitudes? Don't listen to the scrap. Let's hear her out.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
More or less.
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
Danger! Harmful vapors.
Yes, we get the gist, man. Sam.
Brain damage.
Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison. Seeing the truth is easier said than done. How we cut to the chase. See what happens if you hit it. I don't know. He's looking to gain greater knowledge of the plan, whereas she's all about just staying in your place, and that's I'm not in favour of that. So the truth is easier said than done. Did you in prison? Chase. Put the script down, Max. You don't need this. That's probably more fitting, I think. Yeah, she's not particularly helpful.
You're right. I don't need this. I just want the answers I seek, not your games. The plan is everything. Following it is what made you and Father happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back.
Yeah, now that's actually vaguely informative.
If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Does he shouldn't. He's a better man than he gives himself credit for. Why do you do that? Let them talk. Figured it out. You need to kill this guy now. Suppose there'll be a way of freeing himself from his unrealistic self-expectation. And you do need the high enough intelligence to figure it out, so, okay.
What are you talking about?
Never mind, it's okay. He's yourself, you need to get rid of him.
I can do that. Incoming!
Didn't even get time to turn around there.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
Well, the token again ruined my high.
Ruined? You seem to be having quite the time. Though I must admit I was a bit concerned when you stripped naked and tried to eat your clothes.
What?
I was joking. You passed out fairly early in the process. Well before I realized what an ignorant fool I've been.
Ah.
Everything is perfect.
Bad as you thought, you've obviously gone insane. Yeah, that seems about right. You looked around the colony lately. Glad you found the answers we're looking for. Let's humour him.
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
There's something to that. And there's also something to be said by creating your own reality, I suppose. Okay, he seems happy anyway.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Check on his mental state. Okay, we are out. And we completed it. Gained a hell of a lot of credits and something else as well. Vessel thing. Badges in a box, courtesy of the hermit. Oh, I see. Go into, presumably, Felix's quarters, I would imagine, there. And that'll be Max's. Some bits and pieces for Pavati's quest. Anything you'd like to add?
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Simply with your eyes closed, it takes courage to open them. Yeah, I can go with that.
It looks like you learned something in there as well.
Nope, I already knew that. I was just enjoying myself. Okay, it's been nice. I believe I did.
Hearing that brings me great joy, my friend.
Here you go. Alright. I believe, apart from... No, we got the science weapon as well. It was the ugly stick. That, basically, should conclude everything I've got to do here, at least for now. Really epically cool looking planet. I get up top and get a better view? Look promising. Nope, doesn't look promising at all. What about if we go? No. Good as it's going to get. Jumping on there helps. Stick with the picture I've got, I think. Very Outer Worlds, that. Yeah, come on, Sam. Hang on. Let's pull everybody a bit further back up the hill. Behind me. It. Now the game sans photo mode that could probably use one. So, back to the ship. Think.
A reminder.
No, there's only one toilet on the ship. Right then. I want to sell my suit. I might be going for repair on stuff. Condition. That could use some repairing. Just a bit of repairing.
Members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
I do want a better version of the hunting rifle, not final. Unique version, but I don't know. I won't be able to upgrade it then, so maybe not. Repair. Desperately need to repair any of the stuff. Fine. What am I doing for weapon parts in total anyway? 100 odd. Armor parts. Weapon parts. Okay, so I can just sell that stuff then. Plenty of them. Z, wasn't it, too? Oh, picked up a legendary Primal Tamer's Baton. A epic, legendary, unique, whatever the term is, possible stick, and then flintlock for somebody using handguns. Might see if Ellie wants that. Probably not, but we'll see. $129. So, no then. Won't be able to upgrade it, so. Rises, unfortunately. Mandibular rearranger is probably not going to be a great deal of use either. Fun idea, but really all that useful. Any armour that's worth a look? Really? No. Winner. So I need to head back to Groundbreaker and report to Dr. Dorset. Then that's Byzantium, that's Byzantium. That is Emerald Vale. Sent him. So we'll head back to Groundbreaker first. Turn this one in.
The Groundbreaker has approved
Yeah.
our request for docking, Captain.
A simpler means of doing that would be nice. Or at least a photo mode or both. These days, especially with games looking as good as they do, and all the effort that goes into them, he can come out. Fun, but... We'll be doing Nyoka's thing in a minute, so let's take Nyoka with us. Yeah, being able to toggle HUD would be handy. Graphics have got that good lately, and games are generally looking that cool. I mean, just look at that. Even that alone that's a screenshot right there.
Hey, be careful with those crates.
And it always surprises me that photo mode is not pretty much standard, especially for anything that's even remotely RPG. Any kind of character customization, anything like that, stick a photo mode in. Honda Dorset.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return.
You get back before me.
I can't thank you enough.
Nice. Jobs are good. I think. Yes. XP in. Don't know if I got any credits for it or not, but yes. Boots. And some more drugs that I don't really need.
Rizzo's purple bear.
Speaking of. Yeah, you'd think. But some of it involves getting enough requests for it, so it still takes, you know, time, effort, resources, staff hours, all that sort of thing, so. But, yeah, I think more games would have it as a standard feature, really. Or at least, very least, toggling the HUD on and off so that you can, you know, screenshot it. PC games, anyway. So, the next place we need to go is for Nyoka's story. Well, everywhere we need to go is Terra 2. But there's Byzantium for most of advancing the story, and there's Edgewater for Nyoka's stuff. So we're going to head there.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Nice. Good. Be easy. Sorted? Yes, cool. Nyoka and Sam. Rock and roll. Apparently they're just patching a photo mode for Jedi Fallen Order. Just after I finish the game. That sounds about right. I'll have to have a look into that. Off a note so I don't forget. Yeah, I see what you mean, Matt. It probably is harder to add after the fact, but I doubt it'd be that much more difficult. I mean, for example, look at the way Fallout does it. You go into the menu, select the option, it takes you into a whole separate screen, and it just opens it up. It should be easy enough to do. Depends how far you want to go with it, really, as well, though. You want to have things like filters and stuff like that, and frames and all that kind of stuff. And that's a bit more work involved, but just being able to take clean screenshots would be something nice to have, if nothing else. Although people probably want to be able to edit it in-game, because not everybody's running around with Photoshop, I suppose. So. There we go, yeah, Star-Crossed Troopers. Rebecca and Anders were hired to clear an infestation out for an expansion site for Edgewater that Spacious Choice had abandoned in Emerald Vale. Head there and see if they are still alive. See. To be honest, I use it for Steam games as well, just for the sake of simplicity. But I use I forget what the hell it's called now. Shadowplay, basically. Stuff, the Nvidia stuff that's built into my graphics card. Well, you still need to download the software, but you know, otherwise it's more or less built into my graphics card. Marauders back again.
Pollutant purified. Muting volume now.
I'm out. Nice. Ah, oh, I missed that one, but got him. Doing good work.
We're done here.
I'll hip fire that one. Yeah, for the sake of simplicity, I've got it set up on my Stream Deck. It's just not that much more simple when you've got to go through all the in-game menus if you want to get rid of the HUD, but there we go. You see, I had a feeling we'd be wanting to get in here at some point later on.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
This does not look like good news.
Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
Anderson's Charon Medallion. Rebecca's Charon Medallion. That one then. Rusty Journal. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusty through, but you can still make up bits and pieces of what look like Rebecca's final entries. Lord help me, but Anderson was right. We should never have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled. I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract. Okay. I can't find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, I had to fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here, there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson's about ready to sign up, offer his service to Space's Choice just so he can take a shower. Alright, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I have to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take this contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We're getting sick of this. Getting sick of getting sick. Of boiled Raptidon and stinking like sulphur no matter how hard you scrub. Fighting day in day out. We're exhausted. We thought you could use the contract money to find a place here. Settle down. This place isn't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. Never have left. I thought just maybe we could do better. Messy kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
Yeah, so she and a group of hunters or whatever, mercenaries, when doing work on Monarch, these guys got sick of it and came out here because they didn't want to stay there. I ended up getting killed anyway, on the brink of starving to death because they couldn't get any food out of Spacious Choice either. Sound of it. Not a nice way to go. Locked the door and allowed herself to bleed out rather than being caught alive. I can kind of understand why she might do such a thing. Kind of unpleasant, though. Oh, very unpleasant. That was a decent weapon. Would be fun. Okay. Speak to Nyoko about what to do next. It's 3 out of 6.
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
She wouldn't want to know, just the same as you did. You had kept it from her. News would only hurt her. She'd still want to know.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Fair enough, dude. Have a good evening. So am we on? 2.5 hours. I didn't think there was anything in Wilderness we wouldn't know. You're guessing here. Anyway, to find out for sure, rather going guns blazing. But we need to take out a Manta Queen. I'm guessing it's a particularly large one. Better find out for sure.
Not unless you happen to be familiar with the ins and outs of Mana Queen behavioral patterns. Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Okay. Like 3 pheromone glands from pungent primals, which is presumably going to require a trip back to Scylla from the sound of it. If I'd known, I'd have done it in the other order. Okay. Suppose there is anywhere on here, is there? So, back to Scylla briefly. Thanks for dropping in anyway, dude. Hope you had a good evening. Enjoyed yourself. If you want to catch up with the rest of it, as usual, it'll be on the playlist, probably by tomorrow evening.
In the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Okay. What are you up to?
So my dad, he told me, don't you let that boy push you around. So I hit him with a wrench, right? Ooh, Dad was mad. Guess he wanted me to use my words. Not that I ever been good with those. Grounded me for a week. I know a secret, Sam. It was worth it.
I like the idea of Parvati standing up for herself, just losing a ragged belting somebody in the head with a wrench. Sounds like fun to me.
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? Think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Likely.
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
Decommissioning you, but okay. I don't have to send Sam down there. Oh well. Quite the plan. Did a little quicker than using the ladder, and I didn't break my legs. So back to Scylla. Yes, speaking of things being on the playlist, if you're wondering about the latter parts of
Scylla.
Jedi Fallen Order or anything, or want to catch up on that at all, or any previous Fallout streams, you'll be able to pick those up on the playlist as well. I put them unlisted so they don't clutter up too much of the main video page, but you can find them through the playlist if you would like to.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Depends on what kind of position you were in at the time. Yeah, someone else. That's cute. What's her name? Shocking disbelief, seeing as how most of my friends are still on Earth. Yeah, let's go with the funnier one.
Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Thing? Not too sure. But, yeah, okay. Not the biggest fan of Felix, but I'm willing to do his companion quest anyway.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Interesting. So we'll do that before we depart. But Nyoka and Sam. Yeah, okay. Stick with that. So, and those are the 2 recommended hunting grounds. Over there. Okay, can I go this way? Probably, but best not. Thank you. So cool. Well, I didn't have a look around here before, so there might be some stuff to grab. Not appear to be. Here either. Oh yeah, it came down the back there briefly, didn't we? So, hopefully slaughtering all primals before won't be a problem. I think that'll probably reset, looks like. Oh, there's a pungent primal behemoth. Get the high ground. Bit more work from up there. C for headshots from there, so I think top of here is going to be the way to do it. Sneaky time. Sneaky, sneaky. Back to me. Really, I want to be up there, but I'm not going over there. You'll do it and take you out with one, hopefully.
Preparing to neutralize and sanitize.
Come down. Come on, give me that head.
Mega messy.
Oh dear. Somebody's throwing stuff at me. N-ray stuff, apparently. That's suboptimal. Yeah, because we've done some good work there from the look of things. Ah!
Sensors indicate a decaying body.
That was dramatic. Oh, thanks, Sam. Just what I always wanted to hear. Cocky, didn't realise I managed to get up behind me that quickly. You plan? At least I don't have to go and clam my XP back like I did in Jedi. Container didn't get here, as soon as we're here. Cash that I probably don't need. Pounds if I get the high ground from up here. This time not forget to cover my back.
Oh, Beginning security.
Nice hit! Down they go!
Huh. Security box has respawned as well.
Cleaning cycle complete.
Okay. Accomplished. A little concerned I was stuck there for a minute.
Here we go!
This job's difficulty is...
Come on, and another one.
simple as 1, 2, 3. Mega sexy.
Okay, now they're getting up close and personal.
Body bag required.
Right, just the big bad now. Sam!
Sterling is this unit's middle name.
Dead. Yeah, okay, finish him off.
To shreds, you say?
Guess we got him. Look about overkill being underrated. 1 ferroing gland. Just the one we needed, or do we need more than that? Primal brain. Just squeak. Did. That may have had something to do with her falling off the edge there. Thermite seems to be quite quick when it comes to repairing robots. Oh, well, look at this, I do need more. 3, okay. 3 locations then.
Here we go!
In wonder at... cleaning prowess.
Got him!
Managed to pop him in the head while he's in the air. Well, pop him while he's in the sky. Come on, then. We will have these guys down before they... Oh, I was going to say before they even get there, but...
Unit's performance evaluation is sterling.
Got him! Apparently, my gun has taken significant damage already. That's not ideal. This might be a poor choice. You're supposed to go down there. Found a cave that I missed earlier. That's cool. Yeah. Sprats so far. And the prospecting drone.
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited current active commands, excavation. That is all.
What are you excavating?
This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals, metals,
Got a hard
and
hat
other
built in.
forms of matter designated
That's cool.
valuable.
Prospector.
Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss excavation at greater length, but does not wish to strain its daily charge. Thank you for your consumer
Bounce to it.
loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit will store this exchange in its memory banks. Always. Greetings, Junior Excavator.
Apparently I've received a promotion. Somebody else was hiding out here. With a fondness for drink from the look of it. You've got to think, if that guy's going to continue excavating until he receives instructions to stop, there's going to be nothing left of this asteroid before long. Well, it might take him a while, but sooner or later... Oh, crap.
Boy, take you! You make it dirty, Sam cleans it
And
up.
sooner or later... Ah! Get out of my face. Sam, get him.
Industrial stain.
Sooner or later, he'll take the entire asteroid apart.
Don't mess with us.
Work. Freebies, always nice. I'm not going over there in case I get accidentally terraformed myself, but... The place I need is over here. Let's run straight at it. But I don't think I'm going to have any kind of protection from running at me. Do a big bit of damage to this guy.
Here we go.
Okay, now we go for it.
Sanitized.
Right. I was going to get one to do a special ability, but guess I don't need to. Dropping much though, are they? Okay. So, now we head back to Monarch, presumably, and deal with Manticore. This one's got a name. Colonel Butterscotch, apparently. Got a lot of bullets in his head now. Vectophobia. After getting repeatedly beat up by primals, you no longer function well while they attack you or your companions. Thanks. Over encumbered. Yes, just a little though. Breakdown key. I'm cool with that. Ah. X. Close. Let's draw back. Still haven't got. Glance in the okay, then find a place to wash your hands. Okay.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't
I took
wait.
one, I think, early on.
What's up?
Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. Guns are gross. Take them, please.
Outstanding. These
Yeah,
ought to be
not on
enough.
this playthrough, really.
Let's get back to Monarch.
If I get a fun enough one
There's
that's
an
not
old
too
base I used to
crippling,
call
I
home.
might, but...
I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
Of course it is. Deal with this Charon thing.
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Oh, that's cool. Base again?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
Time, we're going to kill a mantiqueen.
Fucking right we are.
Got no problem with that. Wouldn't be the first time. I'm guessing this one's going to be a bit larger, though. Yeah, I think if I did a dumb playthrough, I might specifically make a point of accepting every flaw and then, you know, balancing it out with perks as well. I think it'll be a fun way to go. Assuming Monarch's where I need to go.
My
Looks
vacuum
like.
tubes require evacuating. No, not those. The ones in port. Yes, there. Thank you. And while you're at it, could you switch my binaries to that? Exactly. I haven't felt this clean and efficient since Captain Hawthorne installed my subalternate auxiliary backup processor.
Seems a little fond of that feather duster. Move on swiftly, shall we? Quite sure what I interrupted there, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to interrupt it. Now, the Cascadia or Fallbrook would seem logical. Let's go with Cascadia. Yikes.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Greetings, customer.
Winner, chicken dinner. Okay. Original naming scheme was chosen by the board. Not really surprising, I don't think.
Detecting unclean, sulfuric-steeped presence within the immediate vicinity. Again.
Live on Monarch a few years, and it gets under your skin. In your blood, you breathe it, taste it in everything you eat.
Replacement of faulty parts. Recommended.
I think she's going to need an entirely new android body, if that's the case. How fast travel when near hostiles? So who's so damned hostile, then? Perhaps, I guess? Rather, try and get a bird's eye view of them if I can, whatever they may be. Appearing on the compass or anything, so... knew that was going to happen. Maybe I'm not floating around anymore for being on that moon. It's just kind of floaty in general. Maybe all the worlds are slightly lower gravity. Okay, so if that's where the base is, fast travel to Cascadia Turnpike, make our way out from there. Might be trouble here though. Leave them be. I don't think I really need to get to an argument with them right now. Monarch's quite cool. It's just something about it's not quite right, I don't think. I think the lighting could be a little bit better. The textures could be a little sharper as well. And it's the whole slightly cartoony graphics thing, but still. Orders clearly didn't realise that trying to get in here was a bad idea.
Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... well, I'm ready. Yep.
So, here we go. Rock and roll. Antisaur Hive. Because that's clearly right where you want to set your headquarters up. Unless you've got some means to subdue them, or Make them think that you're part of the hive. Tame them. Mantisaurs around is probably not a good idea. Sell some stuff. I got in the junk tab then I can down a bit. Stuff is not worth a great deal, so. Okay, that'll do. Pounds lighter. Ara. The dead remaining member of the group.
Sam's on the job.
Damn it, Sam.
We're alive.
Get him. Opal. So these are the few who died here then. Cost me tea.
Nicely done.
Then really worth it. Am I still overencumbered? No, I'm good for now. This is where we're going to place the glands. We'll wait till we actually explored this place a bit more fully, and then we'll do it, I think. Right. Sister of Rebecca, I believe. And the full group, all dead. She's the last surviving member, which is about what we expected. Seems like a bit of a fault in your defences, though, and you've got a big-ass hole in the roof that anybody can just drop in on you through. Guessing this is the way the Mantisaur Queen will make her appearance.
Great work.
As far as the base goes, it's a bit basic. Like the cysty pig tumours, it's just what I always wanted. Okay. Rock and roll time.
Well,
this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
There's always a bonus. Yeah, I hate the smell. You know, it did feel a bit different when we walked in. Let's go with that. You just let it talk. No, let's agree.
Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building.
Big ass security door over the front of it. Property, you built this?
We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
That got her killed, yeah. What a brave kid.
More like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them, I suppose. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful.
Yeah, makes sense.
Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Well, she wants to pursue it down and find out what happened to everybody and then take out the Manta Queen who destroyed their home. Do what doesn't belong. Bugs, let's clear them out. You're a family. I'm sorry they're gone. Sorry they aren't here to see us kick some Mantia, so let's do this. You are a family.
Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Well, let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
We wouldn't want that. Yeah, I told you it was coming this way. Oh, I'm out. Sam! Pulverizer! Yeah, okay, your turn. That plasma's definitely a way to go. Yeah, oh, Mantis Swarm's not good.
That's the last of them.
Woo! Nice. Went down easily enough. An ordinary Manta Queen. I thought she might be a bit more interesting than that. Particularly good on her. That's good, but I don't really need it. How much is it worth? A lot, though. That again. So the armor can go because it's not really worthwhile. Well, all this. Nice. So, I assume Yoko's got something she'd like to add. Like, we can actually see what's happening. Sam's running animation is awesome. Can't see her face at all right now. Come on. God's sake. Zed. Go over there.
Unit is in motion. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay.
Here I go.
There we go. So I should be able to see her a bit now.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here.
Looking character.
This, bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
But welcome. I'll stand by while Magic Queen's roam free.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd
Nice.
like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
Yeah. Of course, I think you should hold on to the medallions. Yeah, I think she should hold on to medallions.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
I might change that. I'll do the good and the bad. I'd like to be remembered once in a while. Good and the bad, I think. I don't really want to point out that it'll just get stolen, but probably true.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
Good. So I assume she'll hang them on a wall or something. Yeah. Bills and perks. So we want to go sneaky. Yeah, I think I will go for sneak for now. Skill there would be handy. Perks. So what we got? Reduced detection radius, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Area effect and plasma damage reduced. Got steel damage, 25% of damage to other enemies. Extra damage while on low health. Speed and time dilation. Carrying capacity will be helpful. Bonus, skill bonus. That is definitely worth having. Attack after a kill is guaranteed critical. Sway and movement penalty to accuracy. So that's weapon damage. I think I'm going to go for Armor Master. Boost my armor up. So a lot more resistant. What is resistant, in fact? Awesome. So we picked up something from Felix, who wanted me to go somewhere, didn't we? Meet Harlow on the other side of Scylla, which is fine, as we are now done with Nyoka stuff. Party, isn't it? Yeah. Fast travel out of here. Okay. So where's the exit? That way. Cool. Not 3 meters away, actually, but it's a little bit further than that. Still. Oh, so I guess this means we have to take Felix, who is kind of annoying with us, but that's fine.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it, with interest.
Nice one. You must have had them quaking in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it. I just wanted to make him feel bad.
Antimatter Queen head for a Monarch.
I gotta remember that one.
Would have felt better if it had worked.
Monarch. Floating around in a nice Jupiter-style gas giant. I was thinking that might be a bit more interesting, that conversation between those two, but apparently not. Back to Scylla and Harlow's base. Boom. Much the same as it does from the other side.
Remember that you are not insured.
Thanks. Felix rolling with. Gun. going to get, I think. Okay, I'm fine with that. I think this time we'll take Ellie instead of Sam. Sam is extremely devastating, so he's handy to have around. Okay, we'll stick with Sam for now, and we'll take Felix as well, because obviously we're going to need him. In. Ah. Okay, so sell, sell junk. Much lighter. Unlike Stellar Industries, interesting.
What you need is an on-staff germ killer.
Clyde must be inside.
That's pretty cool looking. Cool. Name and a ship over there. Crater on the other side of the moon. That's asteroid.
Entering quiet mode.
Guess you can't miss when a massive ship lands right outside your door. Guess he's got his own thing for projecting a force field, unless that's literally just on the other side there. That looks like the terraform. That might just be literally on the other side of the ridge.
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Felix is with me, Clyde's expecting us. Free you if you push me. Okay, Clyde's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
Looks like he's in the back there.
Got my sights on you.
Sure, that'll help you out if I decide to murder everybody here. Or not. Ooh. Bit of flight there. Can't pick those up without it being a problem. Shooting me, so. Good sign. Can we get on the reef this way? Can't steal those though, apparently. Can, but it's not a good idea. Yeah. The guy's running a band of outlaws. Probably shouldn't help myself to everything that's not nailed down. Good. Don't suppose that's jam. Gops, lovely.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Fair question. Like exactly the sort of thing one of the corporate machines would do in this game. Okay. If it's free to a good home, try and provide it with that. The only toilet in here, that's going to get aromatic. Ooh, hollow spacious choice stuff. Welcome to the high ground, soldier. Harlow's crew terminal. Acquisition logs, memo. Okay. So, independent freighter, cat's meow. Haul contraband pharmaceuticals. Summary brought down salvage cargo, ransom crew. He's a pirate. Waste sticks. Haul subversive literature. Brought down salvage cargo, crew joined up. Freighter werewolf, engine parts. Crew jettisoned an escape pod. We were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they master heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with tracking data. We don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Ooh, excuse me. I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the wildcat instead. It doesn't add up until I get answers to say skeptical. Like the corporations are raiding wildcats using pirates. Last entry, pirate code. Rule 1, Hollow's the boss. Rule 2, fuck the board. Rule 3, why are you still reading Wake Up? If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you. You like being played. It guzzles down that sense of security like purple-berry flavoured opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if you're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again. From the front lines of the riots, the corporate sit-ins, and... Error. Document pirates code has exceeded character limit. Oh dear. That would be my guess, yes. The board are manipulating them into robbing wildcat freighters.
Been ages since we had a call. No freighters, no jobs, no contracts leaks.
Hello. Angry looking dog. Right, Harlow, so that's the guy we need to talk to. What's down here then? Oh, back near the start. Okay then, friend of Felix with extremely questionable dealings.
Well,
Considerably
hey there,
older than him.
Bullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Final to my own introductions. I'll let you two work it out. This is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
So, why are we here?
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Xion has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Bored in some way.
No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Just me. Expect me to hand over my own crew. Go fuck yourself. Good luck. He's the least reliable ship. He's the least reliable crew on a ship literally called the Unreliable. There's not an option there that I'm happy with. I don't want Felix leaving because, you know, no. So that would be option 3. But kind of want to let Felix make his own mind up, and I'd like to find out more about what the hell he's on about. Hand over my crew. Problem with number 3, expect me to hand over my crew, go fuck yourself, is it sounds a little bit like I'm enslaving Felix. Number 2, Felix should really be saying himself. Okay, let's go with number 1. I'm not really keen on it, but let's pursue it a bit further. You want to put him through a test?
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
No. Then I take care of your problem. What happens after that?
Then Felix will have done me a favor, and I will be grateful. I imagine we'll catch up on lost time, have a long talk about his future.
Not just going out and shooting somebody because this random guy out of nowhere says do it. And you ever get tired of pretending he doesn't already have a captain? I suppose that's fair. Never really needed him. What did this trash do to deserve death? Can't control your own people. Let's go with the first one, because I don't particularly want him leaving.
I don't contest your claim to Felix's services, but he is his own man, and we are all of us responsible for our own destinies.
I feel like you could be more condescending, but you'd have to really try. I suppose that's fair. Condescending.
Hey, boss has a point. You're talking about me like I'm not even here.
I'm negotiating with your captain. You are his subordinate, at least for now.
I like the idea of shooting this guy, actually, right now. This guy, not the guy who wants me to shoot. Trust due to deserve death.
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
I'm not keen. What does Felix think? If you see, right?
Clyde offered me a hand when
yep,
nobody
it's that
else
time
would.
of year.
I'd say I owe him a good turn.
Yes.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
Still not going on hunting around the galaxy for a guy to shoot because some random dude wants me to shoot him. Especially when this random dude appears to be a very much board-manipulated pirate. I'm not doing too bad, thanks, Sid. Hope you're well. Do you have a good stream tonight? Did see you streaming earlier, didn't imagine that, did I? No.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
Can't see why I'd be needing that, but okay. Well, do you know Felix? There's something I'd like to ask you. Yeah, not doing too bad, thanks, dude. Good. Let's hear it went well for you. You know Felix.
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Wasn't quite what I wanted to do, but okay.
Something on your mind? Let's hear it.
Working on something big. Felix tells me he disappeared one day. Okay, let's go. Felix tells me he disappeared.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
Basically just said he was a crook. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, because crimes against the board I'm generally in favour of. But he seems to be more of a just out-and-out pirate, or wants to be. Elaborate on that.
Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes.
Working on something big.
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Overthrow the board. Your band of outlaws hiding, living on the edge of an asteroid. What makes you think you're free? You sound like you're planning to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
Dead, one or the other. Some revolution.
Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
Bad philosopher with delusions of grandeur, then. Hey, Felix. What the hell is this
Clyde's
guy
got a
about?
crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something?
Sounds like a dumbass pirate. Yep.
I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
I think he's kind of the sort of dumbass that just gets led along by this sort of guy. He wants you to do the dirty work, take the fall. Gas bag. I have to keep myself from shooting in the face. Yeah, well, that's true. I think you're too forgiving of a guy. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to go with he wants you to do his dirty work and take the fall.
You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he?
Dumb pirate? Of course he would. Yes, I did finish Jedi. We finished it last week. It was good. Really, really enjoyed it. Actually stuck a little mini review on Twitter if you want to go over the details rather than me dropping spoilers. There's no spoilers in there anyway. Did you play it? Got a feeling you did. Did you? I can't remember. Everything's such a blur. I know I wasn't the only one. He won't catch up with you till you... Won't catch up with you till you kill Trask. What does that tell you? I would. It's just not a bad plan. You're pretty gullible. Try the first one. Be a bit nicer.
That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Do it. It's on the Christmas list. Fair enough. Evening, Slacky, you alright? Somebody was telling me they were playing it, but I can't remember who now. I think you'll enjoy it. Have you ever played, well, I thought the combat was kind of a mixture of Dark Souls and the early Assassin's Creed games, so it worked pretty well. If you're into that sort of thing, but, you know, Assassin's Creed style parrying and then taking, following up with a hit.
If you stop in the engine
Coupled with, like, Dark Souls-esque difficulty, but not...
down to the bridge.
We know where this went last time, and we're not doing it again. Yeah, it's got kind of Assassin's Creed kind of style in its parry and then finish off. And then it's kind of Dark Souls-esque difficulty, but it's not as tough as Dark Souls. Unless you go for the hardest difficulty, in which case it probably is. Yeah, it was good. I played it on the second hardest difficulty. It felt about right. It was really nice. Good fun. Not allowed to buy anything in December, except Christmas presents, I should imagine. Yes, last time she asked me to send Sam down here, I came back in here to find Sam dusting the console with a feather duster and her enjoying it way too much. The Groundbreaker. Yeah, it's got...
Reached. The Groundbreaker.
Yeah, it's definitely a fair description of it, I think. In terms of Souls, it's got a kind of high difficulty level, and that's kind of Souls-esque, although it's more blocking and parrying than dodging, so that's why it's more Assassin's Creed. Then it's also got meditation points scattered around all the worlds that you can restore your health, that sort of thing at, which is sort of like bonfires in Dark Souls, and it means all the enemies respawn when you use one, so... So in that regard, it's a bit Dark Souls-esque. Fun, though. Not completely original in anything it does at all, really, but does everything it does well. Story could have a bit more meat to it in places, I think, but Santa's supposed to be here somewhere. Okay. Thinking she's in one of the bars.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
You'd rather half play games, though.
This is Halcyon News.
Are they the sort of games you'd like to play?
Here.
What kind of a moment you're trying to have? You're standing up against the wall on your own. Woman. Guy called Rufus Trask told he lived around here. Breaks over, we need to talk. Go number 2. Less aggressive than number 1.
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
Go to the bar. We'll see. Okay, looking for your husband.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Got Harley's emblem. If you want to know where he is, you want to tell me. I'm on the level. You can ask Jinlei about me. Go with the second one.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
Yep. Vader repaired Groundbreaker's radiators for it. If I say Harley's name, she's going, which I haven't done yet, she's going to know where I've come from. So I repaired the radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Well.
Please, just make it quick.
I don't really want to bring Harlow up. You split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
Dang. You know about him? I assume a fair bit, she's his ex-wife. Interesting that the marriage contract had an expiry date on it. All I wanted to know. I'm not going to mention Harlow anyway. Harley. Leave the conversation.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Dave.
It's been a day. Could use a little privacy if you don't mind. It's been a day.
You want to tell me anything?
Could
Okay.
use a little privacy if you don't mind.
Back to the ship then, I guess. We'll go and talk to him. Can't say I was sad. I'd have liked them to have done a couple of things a little
discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
More boldly and maybe a little better on the writing front. And there's some questionable modelling going on down there at the end of the story. I'm trying to avoid spoilers if G4 hasn't played it yet. But I wouldn't say I was disappointed. Back to Edgewater again.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Oh, a lot of time here. Spectrum vodka, glass for every class. I'm not sure I would agree with that.
Okay. Real slick.
Haven't been in here though. Trouble of stealing. That. That, really? Okay, that's fair enough. Can live with that. Can certainly agree with you on that as well, actually. What stuff as I thought I had there? Watch another ones. Yeah, but if you haven't spoiled the ending for yourself already, it's probably better not to do that if possible. So where's Harlow hiding out then? North Gulch, okay. Mechanical lab and head round from there then. There's a certain appearance at the end that really didn't work out the way I wanted to see it working out. The design work was wildly off as soon as I looked at it. Like, that's not good. I need to go that way, but apparently I also need to go through these guys, so we haven't shot anybody in a little while. There we go.
Keep this up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Yep. I went well. Oh, it doesn't hurt either. Who else did we gun down? Somebody over here. Probably took somebody out that I haven't killed. Oh. This way a bit, I think. Primals?
I've been waiting for this!
They go. Got him! Just like that.
Well, going a little bit weird, but oh, North Gulch. Dogs down here. Okay, so confront Trask. His friends don't seem too inclined to shoot me. Literally just flew in and landed the ship right here and just, what, set up camp. Done a better job. Although, you cram what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people into that tiny little ship. Maybe they didn't have any room for anything else. Would be cozy.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling
Gun
around
through his
here,
ear.
but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
You're half right. Makes you think I work for Harlow.
Right. You just stumbled into a camp full of armed strangers because you wanted directions. How much is Harlow paying you?
Dude, thank you for dropping in. Enjoy your lunch. Good afternoon. All that good stuff. Working for him, but I've got my own reasons for being here.
Let's assume I believe you. Tell me what you want.
Why did you betray Harlow?
How do I know that I can trust you?
I haven't shot you in the face yet. That's a start, isn't it? Neither of us trust Harlow. That starts. What's worse could happen? Harlow sends a stranger with a gun after you. If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Neither of us trust Harlow, I think.
You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for
I
years.
thought so.
All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A 2-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Well, he doesn't even realise it, but I rather thought he might be. Thing he's been using me. Give me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer.
Oh, he does know that.
I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, if the board aren't, that's probably true. There is, you're looking at him. Yep, I'm about willing to do it.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Know where he means? Why would the board buy him off? My guess the answer to that is going to be that they want him to attack private freighters so that people will send stuff through board channels rather than paying less for private haulers, basically. All about board control. And also the board then doesn't get caught trying to monopolise everything. Plus they can also then sell the stuff on that they steal, so all that stuff.
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Doing for them.
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Yep, that was about what I guessed from the moment the guy opened his mouth.
Take it you've made up your mind.
Go to Kiliba now, I'm going to ask for your ring. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And then at least we've got a bit of a bargaining chip if I need it. I'm probably going to slaughter Harlow and all his friends, but there we go.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Bye. Right. Find his evidence, which will be involve back to Scylla.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
I definitely won that round.
You always seem to, huh?
That's because I'm usually right.
Next time I work the scorecard.
But next time Pavati does, because she seems to be a bit more... No? Are they turning the cargo hold into a shooting range and betting on it?
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose?
Yep.
I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Going to get my due at the end of this. It's not about money.
Uh-huh. Sure. Everybody's got an angle. I'm just wondering what yours is.
Vive la résolution. No, my plan is anything that screws with the corporations, really. Preferably permanently. He's trying to get for the colony. Going along with him for now. He's paying. Phoenix rescued from the hope. At least I can do is help see this through. Good for the colony.
I knew a doctor like him once. He had a patient complaining of ankle pain, so he amputated the man's foot. Wasn't even the right one. Point is, good intentions don't count for shit. And nothing's more dangerous than a crusader with a cause. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
Good points. On the other hand, the whole What's required for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing thing springs to mind as well. If Helson goes down, we all do. Do what I can to fix it. It's the right thing to do. Play my cards right and come out on top. It's the right thing to do.
Hate to say it, but the right thing rarely pays well. The
Comment
board's
about
put
not
a
being
bounty
bothered about
on his
money.
head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
Aye. Not about to become some corporate lackey yet.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
Hey, kid.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else? Captain, something about this Harlow guy isn't...
Yeah, she said something about Felix's friend. Felix seems to trust him. Agreed. Don't want to hear about it. You said that about everyone. Agreed.
Glad it's not just me. The way Harlow was leaning on his revolutionary bona fides, not to mention his knowing Felix back in the day, something about it feels off.
Convictions and friendships.
Good. That makes two of us.
That was not the button I was looking for. Accidentally shoots Nyoka instead of talking to her.
Hey, Cap.
I wanted to know what the hell was going on here, but I think they're just shooting at the dummy. Okay, so back to Scylla. Vent or something there for a second. Oh. Roll. Bathroom, the corridor will be back here. Alright. Find the evidence. Harlow with Felix. So, can we actually have a look at this evidence? Deal payments made to C. Harlow on behalf of the board for freelancing services. The names of several freighters targeted by Harlow's crew. Their manifests some valuable cargo delivered to board authorities. So proof he knew what he was up to. Okay, ready to deal with this guy in a minute. Side. No pun intended.
What's the word?
Trask has a lot to say about you. You're a traitor. Trask has a lot to say about you.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life.
Didn't believe a word he said. He said you've been working with the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
Yep. Trask gave me his word. You've been bought off over the papers. You're an asshole. That's good enough for me. Well, all of the above, but let's go with the papers.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
So Trask was an informant for the board when you met. You're lying. Huh? Yeah, Felix. Stick with the perception one. Everyone's been taking us for idiots, Felix. Want to teach you a lesson? I'm done arguing with you. Trust is right. You deserve to die. Yeah, that's true too. Perception.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
You're a liar. Why would Trask rat you out to? Why would Trask rat on you to your own employers? Doesn't make sense, yeah. Okay.
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
They got the stop on us.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, he's dead. And so is he. Ah. Went down before I could get him. So we'll talk to Felix back on the ship in a moment. What's he got? Anything interesting? Not really, but stuff for sale. Guess he didn't take it so well. But I'm surprised. At this point, I might as well steal everything.
They're on us.
Come on. We're losing here.
Didn't even get our hands dirty.
Nice. Sniper rifle at that kind of range seems a bit ridiculous, but you know, oh, it's a vent. Guy literally lost his head.
I'll keep it down.
Looks like we're doing this.
Nice one! My kind of
Nice! Well, he left because I wanted to see Felix's special move.
Everyone all right?
Okay, that was easy. Didn't really expect them too much of a challenge, to be honest. Opti glasses, what are they? Boost to sneak. If you're wearing ridiculous glasses that don't provide any protection. No, we'll give that a miss. Everybody doesn't seem bothered that we've just shot all its owners, so that's something I suppose. A convenient place to flog it all. Wrecker's jacket, lockpick plus 10. Well, it's a special item, so we'll keep it. Boom, boom. Junk. Good one. Back to the ship and chat to Felix. By magic, they teleport. It's done quite well, that. Like, not sure what it is about it, but it's effective and not too in your face somehow, which is quite clever. Suppose that they pop up behind you rather than in front of you and just
to all
vanish.
crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
There's thought you might be. Alright. Yoko's room is pretty cool. So we've got a photo of Yoko's crew. Booze. And Raptidon Musk. Lovely. Hit triple-blade. Stroke with this and you'll feel it going up your arms through your shoulders. Never once let me down. Right, just put some pieces. A load of food and some heavy ammo. I can actually take advantage of that. Or will. Really draw the name Frida into this otherwise pristinely preserved Raptidon head. I assume... Oh, that's a Raptidon head, isn't it? I was going to say Mantiqueen, but I think she would have had a piece of the dead Mantiqueen, but... Anything new and interesting in here? So? Yep. There it is. From West.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Yeah. Money and the root of all evil and all that. You're just gonna have to come to terms with it. Never really know what's going inside someone's skull. Don't look at me. I don't think I just shoot things. Terms with it.
I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
He changes people. They probably often do a lot. Can understand why you're upset. You feel like he betrayed you. All of them are, well, I'm not so keen on never look up to anybody thing, but in terms of the money changes people, and the other, and I can understand why you're upset, that's reasonable. Let's go with the nice one and understand why he's upset.
Yeah, you
did.
did.
See, you're right.
And I'm not sure how I'm going to get over that.
It'll pass, give it time, get drunk for a start, cry me a river, childhood friend let you down, move on. It'll pass.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Trust that let you down, it was your mate. And we put him in the ground, so... Fair to me. Yeah, not doing too badly, thanks, Steve. Remember? Close emblem, that's gone into his room, hasn't it? Good. So, what next? Byzantium for Pavati's fancy clothes. And Sublight's mission to kill this doctor, scientist. She's abjectly convinced he's working with aliens to subvert humanity. And then the main story, also Byzantium. So, need it. And I think we'll pursue Byzantium next time. It seems like a fairly reasonable place to call it for the evening. What are we on? Yeah, coming up the 4-hour mark. We will save. Okay. I feel like I've been sat in a chair for 4 hours without moving. Wonder why that could be. Have a look up there. Let's see if they did actually update that Jedi Fallen Order with a photo mode or not, or are going to. And need a new replacement from Nightbot because clearly it's still not doing what it's supposed to do. since it hasn't popped up all night, and it should be doing so automatically. Wonderfully helpful. I think it's my internet. Party's companion quest left. It's a good way to sort of ease back into it after a few weeks off the Outer Worlds. Yeah, good fun. Some really cool locations as well. Scylla is quite cool. The whole, what was that thing? Massive terraforming thing was very, very cool. Yeah. And you're quite welcome, Monkey Puzzle. Glad you enjoyed. So, the plan for tomorrow, I think, will be to stream Fallout, as most of the big stuff, especially the Holiday Scorched event, should be going live tomorrow. So that should be fun. Hopefully it won't be too terribly late in the evening. Although saying that, there might actually be a blog post tomorrow, so if they have some significant news for us on any particular subject, depends what Bethesda want to drop on us, it may be a little bit later on, as with tonight, before I get things done, so I'll have to make sure I get up at a sensible time tomorrow instead of sleeping in again. But there we go. I'm sure we'll get it done. And yeah, got a few plans for early part of the new year, trying to put a few little tweaks and adjustments into the stream, trying to take advantage of the stream deck and make a few things a little bit cooler. I want to change out a couple of the scenes, the slideshows and stuff. Hopefully replace those with sort of videos of clips from various streams and give it something a bit more interesting to look at rather than the same dozen or so slides. Especially as I've got a certain amount saved up now, I should be able to come up with some cool stuff there. Be a bit more interesting. But, yeah, hopefully, new video tomorrow. If you haven't already seen it, there's a festive video on the new patch for Fallout that went up yesterday, so do stop by and check that out if you haven't already. It's good fun, bit of a holiday cheer in keeping with the patch as well, so worth a look. And we'll find out what else is going on tomorrow, hopefully. And get the stream for Fallout done, and then it'll be next week after that. We'll see what happens after that. Should have a video over the weekend. Got one well underway at the moment as well. Yeah, music for scene switching. I've got a couple of other fun things, but need to work on that a little bit. See. Either way, I think I will wrap things up there. Love you and leave you. As always, if you haven't already, social media links down in the description. You can head over and catch me on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook. And any likes, subs, anything like that, very, very much appreciated. I very much appreciate the support. So thank you for everybody who's done that already, and thank you to everybody who's hung out this evening. I do hope you've enjoyed yourselves. As usual, I will catch you folks tomorrow. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, do consider becoming a channel member as well. The support is very, very helpful, very, very appreciated. And I've got some extra cool perks coming for that in the new year, hopefully, as well. So I'll have to figure out what I'm doing on that. For somebody who generally likes taking Christmas off, I've got a lot of things to do over the next few weeks. Oh well, we'll come up with something. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you had a good evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll hang out again tomorrow with a bit of Fallout. Have a lovely evening. Cheers, folks.